Just 2 more chapters to go.
Wop wop.
Wop wop.
Wop wop.
Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Wop. Wop wop wop. Wop 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 wop. It's only been 5 hours. Why are we this loopy? It's kind of wired. Whack.
Damn, I wish I had my I wish I had my keyboard in my room so I could just whole ass like play the song.
No, that would get me
DMCA'd.
over here. That would get me DMCA'd.
No, it wouldn't. I don't think Toby Fox is particularly I don't think he cares. If it was like a popular song, maybe, but
Homestuck's pretty popular.
No. I mean like, yeah. I mean like you know, some sort of mainstream music or anything. But like that kind of stuff, I don't think that would get any claims. Plus, most of that is based on algorithmic recognition, and it wouldn't recognize a cover.
Fair. Also, fucking Jake won't stop giving me the fuck eyes, and it's making me really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Let's get to the next chapter.
Wait, is stream go? Okay, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Sick.
Oh, right, we have to look at the warnings.
Content warnings. Probably alcoholism and abandonment.
Underage drinking. Yeah, alcoholism and underage drinking. And then the normal adult language, violence, and innuendo, which we completely missed. That at the top, it says this is always. The problem is that when you scroll down, it disappears.
Yeah.
Why would you code it like that? Why would you not make
know.
it so this is always at top? Come on. Anyway, let's get drunk wizard times. Sorry, drunk wizard hacker times. You spent a few days fucking around with your newest friends. They seem to be on their respective paths towards something. You're not exactly sure if self-actualization is part of it, but you're trying not to be too bent up about it. This Earth's friend group seems to have a lot of interpersonal complexity. To be fair, you do only really know half of the friendship quadrangle. It's probably past time to meet the other 2 corners of it and see what all the fuss is about. Get their side of all the drama before you leap to any more judgments. You've thought a lot about what you said to Jake, and what you wanted to say but didn't. You're ashamed of the thought that you might also be erring passively on the side of friendship sloshes uncomfortably in your belly against the fear that you may be choosing too much, wanting too much, changing too much. Because you've thought a lot about what Jade said to you too. That's probably why you bothered to get Roxy's address from Jane. You can't exactly stop making new friends because you aren't ready to think about what your purpose would be without that. But maybe you could do it the old-fashioned way this time. Showing up on someone's doorstep via the accepted human method of following directions to their domicile's specific government-assigned number seems like it might be a better start than, just zapping directly to them when they're taking shit or something. Which is definitely a hypothetical situation and not at all something that happened to you recently. Anyway, you come up with a plan and everything. You're not a real mailman that you know of, but you've grown to appreciate and respect the profession, so you don't mind LARPing it once more. You wonder briefly if there might be other guises under which people might go to another person's house and knock on their door, but almost none of your friends really leave their fucking room, so you sure wouldn't know. You zap down the street from her house and walk the long, scary driveway through the trees, over a bridge, and up to her door. Okay, you're not exactly a normal human method. What, were you supposed to stroll all the way to New York from Jane's place? She offered you bus money, but then you remembered her fortune is tainted. Someone say the word for me.
Wait, which word? Facilitate.
Thank you. No. Yes.
Or no, vacillated.
Vacillated between giving you She vacillated between giving you every single one of her dollars and burning it all in a symbolic bonfire until the two of you landed on moving it to a new, hopefully untraceable, bank account. You're really not sure how deep the Batter Witch's surveillance goes, but Jane seems satisfied at least. She's going through a lot. You know how it is, having to endure huge life-ending bouts of information being tossed at you more or less weekly yourself. So, yeah, you skipped a step in your male personally sojourn. But you made it to Roxy's house in a respectable manner, which was the whole point. You're gonna make the fuck out of a goddamn good impression. You knock, and you wait.
Oh!
That's...
We get to see Alpha Rose.
Yeah. The person who comes to the door is not Roxy. At least she doesn't look like the photo of Roxy Jane showed you. Oh fuck, unless Roxy's a catfish? You did not expect this! Oh, it's you. This could be interesting. You blink. It is you! She got that part right. Do you know her? You scour her features. She does seem familiar, like a friend you almost had, or did have, very long ago, or moderately long ago, depending on the perspective you were looking at time from. You wonder, have the two of you met before? No, we have not, nor was I expecting the pleasure. Ah, shit! You thought you were on to something for once. You wonder how many more levels of memory are buried, twisted under a blown synapse in your burned-out brain. You have to move forward and give up on chasing down whatever buck-wild theory you were inching towards then. There are real mysteries afoot with this stranger. This feels like a decisive moment if ever there was one. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, right off the bat.
It seems like they've had really early branching points.
Yeah.
We gotta catch the catfish in a river of lies.
Mm-hmm.
You know how this shit goes. It's time to sit down, just the two of you, to talk through some hard truths before asking Jane if they want to meet for a tense but hopefully cathartic confrontation. Which you'll have to film, of course. Shit, I'm not sure why I said it like that. Shit, okay, it's go time. You take a deep breath and call her out like the sick sleuth you are. You know she's been pretending to be friends with Jane online. Oh, this is far cuter than I expected. Both the situation and your little self, I mean. I have in no way been doing that. It is far more refreshing than I would have thought, though, to be reminded that there are dramas with stakes like these out there. In the midst of all this... Her eyebrows pull together as her gaze goes right through you. You turn around, but there's nothing out there. God, I want to look like her.
Hell yeah.
Well, some of my moves, both personal and political, have brought my path across her family. I haven't interfered directly with Jane's life, and I don't intend to start. Can you save the same friend? Is there a way you justify the strings you're pulling? I won't stop you, of course. I have my own matters to attend to. This is only food for thought, and I can see you are intellectually underfed. It might be worth your while to contemplate the repercussions of the paths you're on. Did you have any further questions, or did you come all this way just for that? You really aren't sure. Man, it seems like all you do is contemplate your path. You feel all turned around inside. Talking to whoever this is makes you feel like you stayed up too late staring at the moon and got all fucked up about existence so you felt too stupid to think anymore. But like, in a good way? You stare blankly at her while you try to remember your purpose. We'll go ahead and take that as a no. Good luck, friend. She shuts the door and you turn away, bewildered, back towards the long driveway. Well, okay then. You sure met someone. It definitely wasn't Roxy, and you don't think... whatever just happened counts as friendship, so you guess this one's a loss. Was it because you cheated at traveling like a regular person? Friendless and rudderless, you start the long, pointless walk of penance to somewhere.
Damn.
Okay.
For those who don't know, Roxy and Dirk are in the future, so we have the time travel to reach them. I can see the future. There's gotta be another answer here. Oh wait, you're an idiot. This is an adult. You've been spending too much time with marginally supervised aliens and a lonely marooned boy recently that you forgot that Roxy probably lives with her parents. And it's 50-50 on the possibility of a stuffed grandma row somewhere in there, if the pattern holds. It's feasible she could have told her mom about you? You play it safe, and instead of accusing anyone of online identity crime, you ask if Roxy is home. She stares at you for a moment, her lips slightly parted. You get the feeling she is not often caught off guard, and you wonder what it is you've done wrong now. Do you ever think you have lived through every possible iteration of an emotion, and then one day a manifestation of narrative agency shows up on your doorstep to remind you that there is yet another way to express the acute feeling of particular loss? You try to do your best and stare blankly at her, trying to figure out what the fuck that meant. Oh, is that not a universal one? Well then, I can clarify. It is a roundabout way of saying no, she is not home, nor will she be for quite a while. I could offer to take a message for you, but with your bag of trips, I think you can manage the wait. She winks at you conspiratorially, and you have never felt less like you were in a plan with someone. This has been fun, but I'm not the one you want. I'll go ahead and make myself scarce so things can start moving along. Unfortunately for me, my path is not as flexible as yours or hers. You've wasted considerable time here as it is. I have my own preparations to contend with. What did Rose do in Alpha Timeline?
She and Dave were both, they weren't necessarily, both, a team in this, but they were both instrumental in, the resistance movement, essentially, against the Condis, and,
the insane
her,
Kalbasi.
yeah. So I'm pretty sure I know Dave killed one
Guy
of
Fieri.
them. Yeah, Dave killed Guy Fieri. I think Rose killed the other two. So, but yeah, she was also a famous author, having penned a series of wizard books that were thinly veiled critiques against the fascist regime.
Yeah, Simply Mordor. Yeah. There's a reason why we're getting it done today, is so we can stop thinking about it in Homestuck. But it's fun.
I'm probably still going to be thinking about Homestuck, but more so in the context of appreciating it as a fan from fan creations.
Yes.
Rather than official sources.
'Cause yikes. Yeah, this game does get a bit pretentious. I have played significantly better visual novels.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah, same. I haven't even played that many, and I've played better.
When we're done with Pesterquest, we're probably going to play another one, which is very good. Which Autumn and Ash don't know much about, so that'll be interesting.
Heck yeah.
That's nasty.
Yeah. Scoot along. Oh, sorry. Scoot along before you touch something you shouldn't. She shuts the door and you stand, blank and useless, on the doorstep. Maybe this isn't the right house, and that lady was just having a good time fucking with you? Jane had said she hadn't used Roxy's address in forever, since Roxy didn't ever really seem to receive things she sent through the mail. And whoever this was didn't really give you any solid evidence that she knew what you were talking about. You take a minute to consider the cryptic shit the woman who is very probably not Roxy's mom just told you. You feel like a level 1 bugfuck idiot, standing on a side quest from an
Enigmatic.
Thank you. Wizard so beyond you that you feel like you should have spent way more time grinding first. It feels like what she was going for. Anyway, whatever she said was something like you could manage the wait? Maybe this one's an issue of time, not space. Well, it always seems to be one of those two bastards, huh? Well, luckily for you, they capitalized luckily for some reason. You have power over both. Might as well follow the only lead you have.
Maybe, ooh, wait, hold on.
What?
Maybe okay, this is definitely me giving way more credit than credit is due to what was probably just a typo. But I do remember that when they were introducing the Alpha Kids specifically, I believe, possibly with some of the others, like with the Beta Kids and the Trolls and what have you, they emphasized certain words that related to the class and aspect of those characters. So maybe it's implying with Luckily that our character is a light player. Which, personally, to me, I think seems kind of unlikely. I think we're probably more a blood player. But, I don't know.
Oh, I see.
Class specs.
Well, we're gonna find out today. You perch up on the bridge over the river, running in front of the house, and move forward. I'm going to stop this because this is giving me a headache because of all the flashing lights.
Yeah.
You perch on the bridge over the river, running in front of the house, and fast forward, holding Roxy's name at the front of your mind. Years swirl by in a visual cacophony. Buildings rise up around you. Lights flash, red and hot. There's a rush of busy energy, the ebb and flow of a colonial tide. And then a stillness. Right when you start to wonder if you've missed her, you feel it. You wait until it feels right, and you stop. Holy shit, that was a while. You traveled forward in time from John's era to meet Jane, you guess. So you suppose it isn't the most unfathomable thing to have to do it again, but wow. The trees that surround you just a minute ago are gone, replaced by a sea of crumbling buildings and a low, skittery sound, like pressing your ear to an ant colony. The vibes out here are real bad. You hurry up and knock. The door opens slowly. Roxy, for sure it's Roxy this time, peeks her head out, spots you, then squints at the empty street behind you. Seeing no threat, she bumps the door open with her elbow and drops a huge pumpkin in your arms. You stumble a bit over the door. She stumbles a bit over the door jamb as she does it, and you almost don't catch the pumpkin in favor of reaching for her. But she steadies herself at the last moment and leans against the frame, unfazed.
And you want this to be me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here you go, little buddy. I appreciate you knocking. It's a lot more polite than the usual breaking and entering you guys do, so I picked out a nice juicy one for you. I'll go telling everyone to try this shit though, or else I'll never get sleep again in my life. I'll just be around produce to my door 24/7. And loading snacks to every chess guy in experience without rest. Not but your eating noises for company.
This is not at all how you would have thought this would go, but you honestly should have known better than to anything with your expectations but throw them in the trash can. So you roll with it and thank her for the pumpkin, calling her by name for max politeness. You can't see much over the flagrantly large gourd you're struggling to keep hold of, but you feel her go still. Did she stop breathing? You crane your neck and peek over the curve of pumpkin and fuck, again with those expectations. You did not anticipate pure terror to be the emotion constructed on her face, but there it is.
Wait, shit, did you just say to me?
You said, thank you, Roxy? You open your mouth again to introduce yourself as the friend Jade mentioned, but all your words shrivel up in your horrible mouth because Roxy has flattened herself against the doorframe, her head tucked down like you're blinding her.
What? You're not a...
She slinks down to the floor and kind of rolls back inside, shutting the door behind her. You hear nothing than a deep, heaving sob. What the fuck just happened? You knock, politely, just once.
Hold on a minute, I gotta do some... Don't go anywhere.
You hear nothing but footsteps trailing away into silence. It could be time to head out, but she told you to wait, so you do. You are nothing if not committed. About 20 minutes in, the low skittering hum in the background fortifies itself into a more persistent rumble. From around corners and out from dilapidated doors come to the source, the patter of feet, a low, unintelligible whisper, and the clinking of joints. It's people, and they look like you. Well, almost. It's more that you look like if a child drew them. Their simple frames made simpler with softer edges. Your skin is actually skin, right? They chitter around you, and you squish your arm meats to make sure. Yeah, you aren't chitinous. Wait, or is that bad? You're trying to process whether you're relieved to have the bodily makeup you thought you did, or if you're sad that the space of time you thought you might have finally found your kin was so fleeting. You don't get a chance to sort through it fully because the new guys are surrounding you, and they look hungry. It might well be you or the pumpkin here, so you hold it out towards them and hope for the best. They take it and, shuddering what seems to be their things, shrink back into the night. You check them off your mental list of predators and sit for a bit. It feels like you're waiting for more than Roxy's return, like this is a moment of choice. Jesus fuck, you went through all this effort to try things a new way, and what did it get you? Nothing. You've never had a spectacular failure to connect upon for meeting someone. And survived. So what are you supposed to do now? You wait. What? Huh. You wait, but the familiar push against your ribcage to decide something doesn't come. What is this drive that makes you choose, anyway? What if you just wanted to sit on your ass and do nothing, huh? What if you were tired of choosing, when every choice you make takes you further from anything good? And who knows? Maybe you're supposed to do nothing. Maybe that's what your plan was all along, huh, tough guy? You don't know who that little jab was aimed at. You want nothing more in this moment than to petulantly slap the reins of choice off your shoulders. If only there were reins to slap. God, impotent rage is the worst. After a few minutes of continued seething and nothing, you feel it.
Ooh, 3 choices.
The middle one sounds fun.
Let's just go top to bottom. More than you know, Chungus. Oh. What? Wait, what?
That was it.
What?
See,
okay.
Go see what the chess guys know. More than you know. Okay.
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 Sure.
Guess it's time to give up and see if Nepta wants to hang out. Oh. We're being railroaded.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
This sounds like Dirk.
Yeah, this sounds like Dirk. Door's locked. Time to smash a window. Oh, no!
Uh-oh.
Is the main character telling us to fuck off?
I don't know. This... Okay. Interesting.
No, not... It wasn't, more than you know, whatever. It's more than you know.
Huh.
Yeah, so this is the this is the protagonist being like, no, fuck off. I'm gonna do what I want. I'm not gonna follow these choices. Because this game wasn't meta enough. God damn it, if Monica shows up! Blinking, you feel the desire to act ebb away. It's replaced by a tingly giddiness, the victory of what? Inertia? You'll be kind to yourself and call it fortitude and resolution instead. You're gonna wait. You're gonna see this shit through. You do what you promised and wait. Eventually, you curl up on the welcome mat and pass out like a stray kitten. At some point in the night, you open your eyes for one bleary moment as a chess guy lays a blanket over you. Aww. The creak of the door next to your ear jolts you awake. Towering above you in the sharp, bright rays of morning sun is Roxy.
Oh shit, you are real. I came out here so I could prove to past tipsy me that it was just a daymare or some shit, but now here you are, and here I am. So, let's dig right in. Did you or did you not say human English words, including my name, to me last night?
Yeah, so she misspells a lot of shit because she's constantly drunk.
Oh, that's on purpose.
Yes.
Got it.
You did do that?
Well, time to reckon with this then, I guess. I might still be a little buzzed, so I'm just gonna see how this plays out. Stick with me.
She beckons you inside and you scramble to your feet and follow her. All that waiting paid off, didn't it? You emanate smugness in every direction as you walk, just in case there are any entities or narrative concepts around that have the capacity for feeling slighted by such a thing. Mutie!
Mutie kitty!
You trail behind her into the living room, explaining how you knew her name via her friends.
Ah, okay, that makes more sense, LMAO. That'd make you the one who convinced Jane of the stuff about our reality that I've been trying to get her to see for quite some fucking time. The benefits of being able to be there to show her in person, I guess.
Right, she was trying to convince Jane that the Batter Witch was incredibly evil and that her money was tainted. Yeah. She stands next to the couch, her shoulders bunched up, propping her fingers. She isn't looking at you.
She told me you could time travel, but she failed to mention the part about how you're some kind of alien. Alien. Sorry to offend. But if I'm being real, it's not like our communication style is full and truly without gaps on a normal day. So this checks out.
She scrunches up her face and groans. Voice crack.
I'm so sorry. I'm being a jelly belly deep borak downer. Only what in the fuck is wrong with me? And here you are. A friend in the flesh. And I'm just over here whining about my other friends whom I love very much. This is just a lot, Mel. I've daydreamed all the potential friend meeting scenarios I thought might never ever happen. Without any and all combobs of my four whole friends whisking me off friendsojourn. I just didn't consider a new one might show up on my door disguised as one of my ill neighbors, so...
Yeah, you're super sorry for how last night went down. And for what it's worth, you've made friends with, like, a lot of people. And all the friend-making skills you've learned in your travels didn't save you from fucking this one up. There's no one foolproof way to do it, you figure. You would know, as a proven fool.
Oh yeah, this is good to hear. Still, I'm sorry about ditching you right off the bat. I went to find a small sip of courage, which turned into a swig of courage. And that became a whole ass bottle of courage, which, as you know, can happen. So I did not so much come back outside to confront my harsh realities.
Ow.
Realities.
Yeah.
Realities. Namely you. as I did confront the soft, real titties of my pillow on the floor next to my bed. Anyway, it's just that I've never heard my name come out of someone's mouth right next to me in a real life before.
You don't comment on the booze thing. You all just met, and you don't want to come off as too preachy just yet. You try another angle instead. You could always try the meeting thing again.
Like acting it out?
Oh, yeah. Yo, sure, yeah, haha. Of course you didn't mean literally going back and redoing it. This is a salvageable situation. You don't want to waste a redo if you don't have to.
Oh, what?
What you mean is you rarely get shit right the first try anyway. Might as well give each other a clean slate. You hold your fist up and knock on the air in front of you. You hope she thinks this is cool and not lame, because you just kind of leapt into it to avoid thinking too much about your false starts. You don't have to worry for long, because she smiles and it's brilliant. The shivering tension in her body shifts from anxious to excited as she hops a bit, getting into the moment. She breathes in, smoothing her shirt, and then puts a hand to her ear.
Oh? Is that a knocking on my door? Whomever could it be?
She bends dramatically in welcome as she opens the invisible door and clasps her hands together. She focuses her bright gaze on you.
Oh. My. Fucking. Gee. Welcome to my abode, stranger. Soon to be more than stranger, wink wink. Get on in here and let's get to frienditude.
That might be coming on a little strong for typical company, but luckily you're as friend-thirsty as they come, even without old goofball nuts forcing you to be. You introduce yourself and step over the pretend threshold, hand extended. Roxy takes it and pulls you into a fast, tight hug. You wrap your noodly arms around her and return it as tight as you can. At first, you tell yourself she needs it. After all, you can feel her trembling back, her unsteady breath. A minute passes and you realize your hands are shaking too. When was the last time you were just held by someone? Just let yourself be held. The moment is quiet. You know it's an awkward pose. The two of you standing, draped on each other in the middle of her house, and you realize belatedly that lying on the floor, there's a window just like the one you fell through right before you. Jesus, how did you get out of Dark Scratch's apartment? Now's not the time to think about it. But it's good. Calm.
Aww.
You could keep going, honestly, but she steps back and tucks a puff of her hair. She tucks a puff of hair back into place, clearing her throat. She's still looking away from you, but she's grinning.
Yeah. That was much better. Couple of friendship starting pros, am I right?
They'll write guides of friendship about the two of you, you say. She sits down on the couch and gestures for you to join her, so you do. Now that you're settled, what she said right before you did your little skit hits your brain right in the face. Has she really never had someone else around to speak to? Like, ever?
Never have I ever.
What about the chess guys, as she called them? The ones she mistook you for?
Oh, we can communicate for show. With words, really. I don't mean anything bad about them by it. They're really sweet, and they aren't sneaking into my home. Plus, I don't blame them for their ways. On account of them being brought in by the Batter Witch and summarily forgotten. But I don't know. We're not really on the same wavelength.
Does nobody use apostrophes in this game?
No, not a one.
God
Nah.
damn it.
So it just kind of fucked me up when I thought one of them was looking at me with my eyeballs and saying my name like it was. Like I was. Oh. Sorry, I'm still mega new to this.
Her eyelids flutter closed as she shivers. Man, you thought Jake had it rough, but at least he had his grandma for a bit before she died. You wonder yourself why she doesn't seem to have someone like that. You're about to do some mental math and see if you can work some connections out, but she gathers herself and interrupts you before you can do anything too smart.
And to be clear, I can see the diff between you guys now. Though you don't not look like them, to be honest. It's just that you have a quality of, like, personhood. To you. Anyway, the point is the resemblance is certifiable. But you're like the Velveteen Just guy.
The what? Just because you're soft.
well, yeah, that too. But, you know, the Velveteen Rabbit? It's one of the few books my mom lets me that wasn't super dense in cerebral wizard fiction. Wizard. So I read it a lot before I got grown enough to really appreciate the complexities of the cerebral wizard genre. Yes, you know I like wizard actually.
No, you don't know that one. But you were constantly searching for meaning in your fucking life, so you will definitely check it out if there's someone like you in it. And you just mentioned her mom. She's not still around, is she?
Nah. Battered bitch killed her a long time ago. Before I ever got there. Here.
Wait, was that here or there?
Here.
Oh. Alright.
Back when society was uncollapsed and everything. But she knew I was coming, so she left me pretty well stocked with snacks and reading material and booze to last a lifetime. Though I have put a considerable dent in the last category, so we shall see if her planning skills truly were up to it with what all said and drunk.
Huh?
And then.
You there?
Yeah, no, it just... the game's frozen. There we go.
Oh, okay.
So I just put in a filler air horn to...
Oh.
You know, a noise,
Palate cleanser.
space
Yeah.
thing.
A
Yeah,
filler episode.
Yeah.
that's the word.
I thought maybe I was gonna get to meet her and all my other friends in this big IRL multiplayer game I was gonna kick ass at, but no, I guess I'm not playing anymore.
Shit! You jump up as you put two and two together. You went to the past before, or, well, you came from the past, from Jane and Jake's time, which Roxy already knows, but spatially, you were here in this house, then in that time. There was a woman who lived here then. You thought she was Roxy's mom at first, but then you convinced yourself she wasn't, since a few hundred years happened between her and now. You don't know, a lot was going on.
OMFG, you what? Was she beautiful? Hold on, let me show you.
Roxy roots around a bookshelf for something, and your brain starts expanding at a rapid rate. Concepts that have been hovering on the periphery of your mind suddenly converge. You already knew that Jane and Jake's deceased grandparents were your friends from the past, but you hadn't considered this since you didn't know Roxy lived in the future then. Of course, all this shit's connected. Of course that would make...
Did she look like this?
She hands you a book, cover open to show the author photo. There she is, younger than she was when you saw her last night, but older than she was when you first met. You can't help saying her name out loud. Rose.
OMG!
Why did grown-up her say you've never met before, though? Is she not the same person? Fuck the earlier math you were doing. This is way bigger than 2 plus 2. This is some serious mental calculus. Simply Mordor, I'm sorry. I read all of Homestuck, and I am confused sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, so, long story short, fuck. Roxy here is the daughter of Rose, who we met before. Except this is the alpha timeline universe. We met the Rose we knew beforehand that the main character knows. Yeah.
Technically, okay. Yeah, technically, Roxy is... Fuck. Yeah, this is confusing.
Okay.
To
I can sum it up.
anyone
I can
who
sum it
is-
up really fast. We know
Yeah.
an alternate universe version of Roxy's mom. That's
Yeah.
That's all you need to know. Everything
yeah,
else
that's
is
really
just
the only context that you need.
Yes, but our character doesn't realize it's an alternate universe version. Our character thinks we're in the future, not an alternate universe. I mean, we are in the future. You wiggle all your brain worms at once, and it hits you. The way it felt different than normal when you hopped from Jake's place to whatever that one place was. How it happened when you brought Jake home again, too. Like your guts dissolved sideways, how they were rearranged once you landed. Had it happened when you first landed in Jane's yard too? You were probably too turned around to even notice then. You know Roxy's super hyped right now. But you still... But you tell her you gotta check something. Do some science. You'll be right back. You zap backward again. What did I tell you about coming back here? Get your grubby time fingers out of my pie before you get caught. Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. Have a good day, ma'am. Okay, she's mad, which you expected. It also felt like an everyday wiggly belly time jump, which you also expected. You pop out of there, this time concentrating on your friend Rose, just a day after you last hung out. You should just feel yourself zoom further backward towards her, right? Off you go, and wrong. There's that feeling again. That sideways dissolvement and reconstruction of your crudely rendered bowels. Ugh. Oh, it's you. Long time no see. For you.
Long time no see.
Stop. For you, I assume. Funny thing about that is no, actually, but you'll have to explain later. You apologize for paying her so short a visit and head back to Roxy. The feeling accompanies you yet again. You pop back into Roxy's living room a fraction of a second after you left. Those brainworms were wiggling at top speeds.
Damn, B, I know you don't know this about me, but I love science projects. I got a whole lab and everything. I'm hex of qualified. Want to take me with you?
Oh, sorry, you already went.
Fuck, there I go blinking, missing all the good shit. For the best, to be honest, or else I'd have sat here worrying that you'd never come back.
Wait, why doesn't she take... I'm actually surprised that this isn't ending every route with reuniting the Alpha and Beta kids together.
Oh yeah.
Those brainworms are wiggling at top speeds pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the line about like, fuck Destiny, there's a little girl who's sad is pretty good.
Yeah.
Abandonment crisis notes averted for the moment. High five. What rad science fact did you learn? Was it about my mom?
I mean, kinda.
You take a deep breath. You're kind of laying down the knowledge tracks a second before your brain cart rolls down them. So you're hoping this makes sense as you piece it together word by word. You think this is a different universe?
Yeah, what?
You've met the woman Roxy thinks of as her mom, but you already have a friend named Rose from a while ago. She's friends with Jake's grandma and Jane's grandpa. And you're pretty sure she even read you some of the same fucking book at one point. But they can't be the exact people, even if they all look the same. Things feel different there than they do here. Like looking in an inside-out mirror with every cell of your body. Those definitely exist, don't worry.
Hells to the yeah. I'm following you. I would love to gaze inside one of these mirrors and flip my shit some way. Would be a liar if I said I had never thought about that as a general concept. That's besides the point. More importantly, what you're saying is I have double the mobs that I thought I had yesterday. And you're also saying you can, like, go visit any and all mobs whenever you want? Just go on a mob visiting Bender. No rules, just mobs?
No rules, just moms.
No rules.
Just
moms.
What? Whose motto is that? No rules, just right. I know it gets referenced on, fuck it. This is gonna kill me if I don't. Outback Steakhouse.
Ah.
Which, I'm not surprised Autumn doesn't know.
And I can come along?
Yeah, this volume quickly shaping up to be my favorite volume.
Listen, Roxy's great.
Yeah, Roxy is, I think, the only other character who's never done anything wrong. Well, I mean, the wrongs Jake does is allowing himself to be victimized, so that's not really fair.
Mm-hmm.
But
June
yeah,
doesn't really do anything wrong.
Jane?
June.
Oh, June. Yeah, well, June's weird. Yeah. I think it's June, Jade, Roxy, and Jake are like the four that don't really fuck with other people.
Mm-hmm.
That's because...
Dave's wrongs are relatively inoffensive, I would say.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what it is, but I know he fucks up somewhere. I think it has to do with his time shenanigans.
Yeah, probably.
And, Rose fucks with people's brains a lot. Trying to be all therapeutic and just making things worse.
Mm-hmm.
And then she becomes an alcoholic and makes things worse. And then she goes grimdark and really fucks with shit.
But then she gets better.
Yeah. Because of the cascade, she doesn't actually get better. We just reset the universe so she's no longer an alcoholic.
Well, no, she gets better.
Oh, does she?
Because those versions of those characters stay the same.
Right.
What ends up happening, actually, is, in the... Well, okay, so post-Cascade, yeah, she gets a drinking problem, it's a whole thing. But then the game over timeline happens, and then June does all the retcon bullshit, and in that timeline, Vriska stops her from having alcoholism. Because the main thing that was different in the post-game over, post-retcon timeline is the presence of Vriska.
Right. Which is weird.
Again, I think Vriska has more nuance than just being toxic. 'Tis just me, though.
Yeah. Well, no, there are a couple rules, but other than that, yeah. Damn, you thought she might take more convincing.
Look around at all my gear and cat clones and general living situation, bud. All I'm saying is none of that is particularly hard to believe. And after all the grief I endured trying to get Janie to believe me, it'd be pretty fucking stupid and not to mention rude as heck of me to not believe you. You're my friend.
Whew, that's a relief. You grasp on this shit is tenuous at best, so it's good she's so easy to win over.
It is one of my best qualities. Or at least one of my biggest ones.
Oh, though before she gets too excited, one of the rules doesn't seem to be that her mom in this universe doesn't want to be visited, though. That's kind of a big one.
Oh. I see. Well. Did she say why? I mean, if y'all really hung out, what's so bad about one more chill sesh? Unless, I don't know,
No.
it's okay for you,
Aw.
but
You can see her start to blame herself, so you cut her off. It's definitely not that she doesn't seem interested. More like she couldn't. She shooed you away every time you tried to say hi, like she was afraid you'd fuck shit up, which, to be fair, you do regularly. She said she was preparing for something. You look around. Or someone?
yeah, okay. Makes sense.
Roxy, no.
It's funny, actually. No, I'm joking, your leg, it sucks. But, like, situationally, it's funny. Because that game I mentioned that Janie's off destroying. A week ago, I wasn't even sure if I wanted to play.
Right, that's why the Alpha Kids aren't playing the game. It's because you convinced Jane to fucking destroy all of it.
Oh yeah.
So the universe apparently made a go around so that this universe wouldn't get fucked up, and then you fucked up this one too. Great.
Haha.
Let's be ready to go to desperate measures to not play it at all if I'm being totes honest. But then when Jane says she met you and was all hell bent on doing some righteous smiting to the whole company, I don't know. It hit me that I kind of did want to play after all. Like I thought maybe I'd meet my mom in the game and I'd finally get to talk to this lady I built my whole ass sense of self around. Get to see how she is in real actual life and figure out how bad I fucked it up, my version of it.
Thank you, Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn, I have been drinking water.
I haven't.
Yeah, everyone hydrate.
I have.
Autumn, go hydrate.
Doing it now.
Good.
Water.
Good water. All right.
Thanks, Gwendolyn.
Yeah.
Well, anyway. We were playing, so it didn't matter. I've been trying to be a good friend and lend my hacksaw skills to Jane's cause. But, cause. But it hurt and I don't know how to tell her. And then you showed up and my options shifted like 75 more times. I barely got time to come to terms with it being okay to want something before it gets swiped away from me, lol.
Is the game freeze? Oh. You there?
I muted myself. Sorry,
Oh, okay.
because I was eating some crackers. Something's been bugging me about Roxy's design, and I couldn't figure out what it is. And I think it's because her lips are bigger than everyone else's lips, which is making her face look disproportionate. I think that's what it is. Anyways, shit. You didn't really mean to mess with her expectations. You should have kept your mouth shut till you figured out what this all meant. She smiles at you, and you don't have to have known her for long to tell you that it's forced. Ah, shit. You can fix this. She does look like White Diamond.
Oh yeah, with that hair.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I can see that, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Especially with the eyeliner.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, is this a real choice?
Yeah. I mean, it's gotta
There.
be.
A real choice.
It'd be funny if it wasn't.
How novel.
That would be interesting if there weren't choices to make in this.
Uh-huh.
But there's always two branching paths. Or two. Anyways. One more visit to this universe as Rose couldn't hurt, right?
Definitely not. Totally.
Hey, who knows? Maybe her mom wouldn't mind another visit if you brought Roxy along. Like, maybe she was just annoyed when it was your bothersome self. She was definitely a little sad when she talked about Roxy living so far away, temporally speaking.
You really think? I mean, if you don't think she'd mind, I'd be 100% down, locked and loaded, ready to family bond right the fuck now. Before I get too nervous to change my mind. Should we partake in a celebratory sippy before we go?
She reaches under her couch and pulls out a bottle of vodka. You make a non-committal noise as you work out how to respond. You called Jake out for enabling this, so you don't want to do the same. It's delicate, though.
Huh? Autumn.
Autumn, that's you.
Right, it is me. Sorry. I'm tired.
It's fine.
Also, yeah,
Fair.
I do see it in the face as well with the dark lipstick and all that.
Yeah.
You right.
Yeah.
What am I thinking? She'll probably have her own stash anyway. Why else would she have left such a vast quantities of this stuff for me to reckon with?
Haha, yeah, you guess? Though maybe she meant for her to bust into it when she was a bit older? Or, like, maybe for special occasions?
Well, saddle up and we can add that one to the list of questions to ask her.
Okay, now here's a question. If they travel back in time and they destroy all of the booze, would Roxy suddenly not be alcoholic? Because she never been able to drink the booze.
What would happen is that it would create a duplicate Roxy, and the Roxy that came with you would suddenly lose relevance and fuck off. Like what happened with all of the other Junes, whenever she did a retcon, and caused a duplicate of herself.
Got it.
It's gonna be pretty far down though. I got a lot.
You extend your hand. She takes it, and off you go. You choose a point a little further ahead in Riz's timeline, just to give her some time to miss you. Just in case. Oh no. You zap to the doorstep to ease Roxy into it. She plasters herself to the wall next to the door, breathing heavily. You take care of the knocking part.
Oh shit, boy. This is it. Look at all these fucking trees around my house, hoppy shit.
Fucking trees. Old Rose comes to the door, and from the look on her face as she stares you down, she absolutely has not missed you even a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Ah, my incorrigible male person. What did I tell you before? You should not be here, or now. Your imperial bane of my existence may not be paying attention to what you do with your friends, but she's keeping tabs on me after your last visit. It isn't safe for you here, and I can't have you compromise this location. From the side, Roxy exhales. Rose turns. Her voice is soft and broken, snow falling from branches. Oh.
Sorry, Miss Mom. Mom Londi.
Roxy.
We didn't mean to bust down operations.
Rose is crying.
Aww.
I just wanted to meet you.
No, I know it. And despite the circumstances, I'm so glad to have been able to see you too. More than you know. But you can't stay.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no worries. I'm sorry.
You have to leave right now before...
Uh-oh.
Yeah. A light streaks through the clouds and you crane your neck to see it. But Rose grabs you both and drags you inside, slamming the door. Shit, this is bad, right? Fuck, she's even faster than I thought. I have to call Dave. I have to... She stops muttering to herself and speaks instead to you and Roxy with a sharp, decisive turn of her head. What's done is done. Get back before there's nothing to get back to.
But
Rose touches her knuckle to Roxy's cheek and you feel like you shouldn't be here for this moment. Shouldn't have brought her here. Shouldn't have done anything ever. You never learn your fucking lesson. You do the one thing left to do, and you take Roxy's hand. She's still sputtering, pulling you as she reaches towards Rose. There's a low rumble. The house shakes. Rose has pulled some knitting needles out of nowhere, and they're sparking with energy. She's crying. It looks like a shoelace. Now. When you open your eyes again, you're in Roxy's version of the same living room. Or almost that. You know it's hers, though it's decorated more sparsely, and there's a corner of the house that's just fucking gone. Rebuilt how the surrounding buildings were, with a rickety chess guy patch job. Shit. You stop surveilling the timeline damage and instead look to Roxy. She's just standing, staring, blank. Her hand is over her mouth. You're so sorry. You never should have suggested they do that. It's probably best for you to go. All you do is make things worse. The slackness of her inner face turns to panic.
No, please. I shouldn't have asked to go. It's my fault. Don't leave me.
In your guts, you know you're the one in the wrong. You are supposed to be the responsible time traveler. You don't know how to make her see this without making her feel worse. She runs and opens a cabinet, and then a second, and a third. Her movements more frantic each time. Eventually, she surfaces successful.
Oh, thank fuck the booze is still here.
No.
Always looking out for me, that mom. Look, it's okay. We can still have fun. You don't have to go. Please don't go.
Roxy.
She's crying as she talks, her voice climbing higher with fear. Her smile is begging you. You know you'll have to look later. Check whatever corners of the internet or historical documents Roxy has laying around to see what happened. But you feel in your belly that it will only confirm what you suspect. It would be better if she hated you. You're not ready to face what you did, so you take the bottle Roxy's holding out toward you, take a long burning swig. More for you means less for her, you hope, as you pass the bottle back.
No.
Jesus
Well,
fucking
shit.
Christ. Oh, Mutie's face.
That was fuck.
Oh.
Fuck.
Well.
It's got a good ending. I think we deserve
Yeah,
that.
let's get the good ending.
Let's get that little bit of positivity.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Moms are cool, but so are friends. It's not just moms, you tell her. You can definitely take her to see any of the friends she already has, too.
What, like right now?
Posture check, everyone.
Oh. Terrible posture.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, I was doing good.
Yeah, after this, definitely could be another stretch break.
All right.
Yeah.
If she wants, yeah, you're down for whatever.
Is it weird to be so nervous about that? Don't get me wrong, I want to see the fuck out of some friends. Plop my eyes around those guys.
Stretch break.
Follow
Gwendolyn.
them by hogs.
Gwendolyn, how many points do you have?
I mean, I have like 9.5 thousand apparently.
Yes,
so
but you're in my streams.
that's true.
I have 43.2 thousand.
That's because you're
Damn.
literally in every single one of my streams. 11,000, Jesus.
So much power.
Well, you're also a mod. You don't need to spend points. Actually, I don't need to spend points either, do I?
It's fun.
Followed, of course, by hogs.
Oh, no. I'm not like complaining that you're. Oh, actually, Gwendolyn, you're also a mod. You don't need to be spending the points.
Wait, how do you not spend points?
You go into like mod mode. You should have infinite channel points. Or,
Oh!
Huh.
or you should have just the ability to post those without points.
Hold up. Alright.
Interesting.
I gotta check this out.
How do I go into mod mode? Oh, wait, I think I see it.
So I do hydrate.
Mod view.
Hmm.
It's your line, Autumn.
Oh, sorry, I was figuring out the I was like,
It's just a really big thing, and I'm feeling a little dizzy even thinking about even picking one.
Yeah, you haven't met all her friends yet, but you know just enough about the various dynamics for that to make sense. And hey, there's no need to rush. You could take her somewhere else, just the two of you. That way she can still get out of the house and see something new, and you guys can sit and talk through who to go to see rather than leaping right in.
Yeah, okay. That sounds chill. Where to then, my cosmic taxi friend?
Let's start with somewhere chill, you say, and she nods. Like many things about Earth, there are places you know exist, but that you have no memory of having been to. They're just part of your cultural knowledge, learned by your past self and later subsumed into the ever-widening miasma of your mind. You pick one of those places, somewhere that feels like, at one point, it could have been something you cared about. It looks like a forest at first, but the pine trees have been shaped by wind. You turn and the earth in front of you butts up against the ancient stone of an outcropping. It stretches out below your feet in a long, striated arch until it curves into nothingness. Beyond it is an endless sea of mountains, rolling and rolling, fading deep green to blue as they turn into sky. The sun is just below the horizon.
Oh. It's so open.
Her voice is the quietest it's been since you met her, her bright, boisterous charm lulled into awe. You ask her if she thinks this will work.
Are you shitting me? Buster, I have never seen a more gorgeous thing in my entire existence. We're gonna take a fucking seat and soak in this nature with every one of our pores. The visible ones, I mean. Don't go getting any ideas, wink. Or dude, to be honest, you could be doing naked cartwheels right now and I wouldn't even notice it. As I said previously, my eyes are slurping up the sights.
Fair! You're not agile enough for that, clothed or otherwise, but you're glad she likes it here. The two of you sit for a while, soaking it in. This is a schedule-free life you lead, so however long it takes for her to talk is fine with you. It doesn't take too long, though.
So, you met Jane. Jake too, if I'm not wrong. They talked about you some, but they've been more busy hanging out with you than talking about you. If I'm Booth.
Bith?
TBH, but misspelled.
Oh!
Oh, that's Beth. How about Strider? He hasn't said anything about you, and I'd like to think he'd tell me if he got the first visitor of his whole life, but maybe he wouldn't be ready to share with me. It's a pretty big thing for me, and for him it'd be even bigger.
She seems poised to continue hypothesizing about him for a while, so you go ahead and tell him that no, you haven't met him, but you sure have heard a lot about him from Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Would you get a different version of things from her?
Oh no. How far in this drama you want to get?
You're already pretty far entrenched, as far as you can tell, so she might as well fill you in on the rest.
Okay, so I'm about to lay it all out there for you. Because I trust you, and also I don't know what to do about it all, and some farm fresh opinions might be just what I need.
The way she turns to you and clutches her hands together, Launching directly into the story, you'd never think she was new to slumber party gossip.
We got quite the love quadrangle going down in this friend group. Janie and Dirk are both into Jake. Which, like, fair. He is very sweet and a hunk no matter how you slice it.
Gee, I wonder if she's also into Jake.
Jake, as you may know, is a wild card here. No idea who he might go for. Which is also fair.
We know who he would go for. Literally anyone who smiles at him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to continue to be a referee here. Because Jane is a stone cold fox. Luscious babe going hecka places. And Dirk is... whew, he's just about perfect.
No, Roxy!
So...
She trails off and wrinkles up her nose. She looks back over the mountains. Her gaze is heavy with longing.
Don't you me? What?
Just seems like she's leading up to her spot in the quadrangle is all.
Yeah, well... I'm in there. Liking the last one I mentioned.
Ah, okay.
Well, you're doing it again.
Oh, just for a minute you couldn't tell which direction she was headed. You thought she might be jealous of Dirk himself, the way she looked when she said all that. But it's just that she has feelings for him? You're just trying to catch up. Oh, but it's that she has feelings for him. Roxy laughs and covers her face.
Goddamn called out here on top of the fucking world. You're not wrong, I guess. In a way.
Not to continue the vicious call-out, but earlier it was her mom she said she tried to be like, and now it's Dirk? You're like the president of the universe at trying to figure out who you are and trying on different ways of being to see what fits. So no judgment there. It's just that it seems like she has a lot of questions about who she wants to be, which is legit as hell. That's life, baby.
Yeah, I guess that's the whole thing, you know? I wanted to be like her because she's my family and, like, the only person I knew about for so long. And then I met him and I was like, oof, there's some more unlockable options. Who knows? Maybe I could, I don't know, I do have feelings for him to be sure, but you're right.
Yes, Lily, that is exactly how I feel. This game doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's enjoyable somehow. It helps that this is a fan work and not, like, official Homestuck.
Well, okay. It is official.
It's officially sanctioned.
Well, no, I mean, it was published by What Pumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
I think...
But not developed
it should
by
be
them.
made... Yeah. Not their in-house studio, but some of the writing staff. Not all of it, though.
I did not know that.
It's only a couple of volumes, though. I'm pretty sure the very last one is done by someone who is on the writing staff for Homestuck 2.
That would make sense, since we know where this is going.
Yeah, some of the first few. I don't know the writing credits for everything, but it should be noted, of course, that the staff for Homestuck 2 was largely made out of fan artists anyway. A lot of them, like, some of them are on this, some of them aren't. A lot of people are just completely new and everything. Largely, this is made by people who are, in general, fans. But yeah, it's not a case where, like, the higher ups who are, like, not great people are largely responsible for it. It's definitely something that's more influenced by the
Fans.
The creativity of the fans.
And
but
reimagining these characters to be less kind of weird.
Yeah, or just, like, sort of taking the interpretations of them that were there and putting them in a new context.
Yeah.
I don't know. There are at the very end of this, I have a few fan games actually to recommend keeping an eye out for. That is completely made by fans without any connection to official What Pumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it should be noted that connection is there with this game.
Mm-hmm. Anyways.
Sometimes with him, it does get all mixed up. You ever not sure if you want to be somebody or be with somebody?
Yes.
Fucking mood.
I mean, I like the me I made from nothing, and I don't want every single piece of this bullshit, of course, but he's like this shadow just out of my range of vision, like some kind of what if. Me if I had just been. Ugh. I don't know if this makes any fucking sense outside my own head, though. What's that you said about that Turnway's mirror? The top on that universe jump in trains, see where it takes us. Metaphorically, I mean.
Oh, are we gonna introduce her to Beta Rose?
Possibly.
I'm not ready to move a single ass cheek off this bitchin' rock yet.
No, she just wants to see Beta, what this cliff looks like. It's all metaphorical anyway. Well, not the multiple universes thing. That's pretty much a fact, as far as you can tell. But the turning yourself inside out bit, whatever it is about him that she feels pulling at her, this thing she wants for herself, it's probably bigger than him anyway. He's just the person who makes her notice it, same as with her mom. And anyway, it turns out lots of options are unlockable once you realize some locks were in your brain to begin with.
Damn, buddy. Is this what it's always like to talk to friends face to face? Hauling up piles of deep, meaningful truths left and right? Or is this just a you thing?
You have absolutely no way of knowing, but you do know it happens to you a lot. It's different every time, though, and it never gets old.
Good, because I feel like this got up layer one of all my thoughts and feelings about this stuff. I'm a little afraid to dig deeper, but if you're there with me, maybe I'll find some shit in there and not just big empty question marks.
Shit, yeah, you can go for round 2 whenever. Your game keep digging at identity all day if she wants. Though they did come out here to decide who to visit, right? Does this mean the choice is Dirk?
God, I don't know, man. Yeah, maybe. Eventually. I want to see all 3 of them, plus another friend I haven't mentioned yet, but we should get along with her because she's also an alien.
Calliope!
But I might want to start with my kin mom who's visitable.
Oh, we are just reuniting everyone with their beta parent version. Oh,
Not yet, though.
maybe not.
Oh, I never would have thought I'd be putting this off any longer than I had to, but meeting you has been one of the best things I ever did. I want to sit and doing this friend soup with you for a bit longer. And then savor the bites of my other friend soups when I can. However ready to eat or not I might be. Shit, this metafy is getting away from me. Can you take over?
You're not sure how salvageable it is, but yeah, you're down to simmer with her as long as she wants. And you think she and her team mom will get along very well. Shared mom trauma and drama included, whenever it comes time to introduce them. Don't Roxy and Rose not really get along?
No, they do.
Okay, I could have sworn it was like... Oh no, wait, no, they bond over drinking alcohol together, don't they?
Actually, they bond over getting over their alcoholism.
It was one of the two.
And liking wizards.
Yes.
They bond over liking wizards.
Right.
Which is very good.
Also, isn't there a point where the love quadrangle resolves itself by just becoming a fuck pile. I mean, not literally, but because of trickster mode.
That was sort of like briefly touched on, but it didn't end well.
Right.
Eventually, Roxy, at least in the epilogue / Homestuck 2 version of things, or at least in one version of that sort of ending, ends up with Calliope.
Right.
But
before they both randomly come out as non-binary at a presidential rally where someone gets assassinated.
Yeah, that would... Yeah.
The epilogues have real problems.
The epilogues have a lot of problems. Yeah.
Where they just... God.
It's not handled especially well.
No, because they keep trying to make things that should be the focus of the scene, like, background stuff, and then they make this focus of the scene the stuff that should have been background stuff.
Well, I mean, there's that, but there's also just, like, I don't know. I don't want to get into it on stream, really, but, there's some issues.
Yeah.
With how they depict certain themes that they touch on.
Yep. Yeah, it's complicated.
Mm-hmm.
And dumb. It's really dumb. Yeah. Shouldn't worry about being perfectly ready either. You haven't skipped ahead to see who she becomes, but you're pretty confident she has it in her to be something she can be proud of and comfortable being. Someone that can look back on this Roxy with kindness, too, no matter what choices she ends up making.
You're gonna make me cry again, please no. Also, not that I'm gonna forget today ever, but I should document.
She pulls her phone out and holds it up to frame her shot. She is glowing in the light of sunrise. You watch her, you watch the sun, you watch the fog curl through the valleys below.
Okay, now selfie.
She drapes her arm over your shoulder and points the camera at the both of you.
Work it. Oh yeah, that is cute as fuck.
She messes with her phone, opening a chat with someone whose handle you don't recognize. You wonder, as she sends the photo their way, if it's the alien friend. It'd be cool if Roxy is friends with a troll you haven't met yet.
Hey, you there? I guess not, but it's okay. I just wanted to say hi. I know we didn't talk much about the game not being on anymore last time we got to chatting, but I know we were both feeling it, and I got so many more updates for when you're back online, so get hype.
Does Calliope no longer exist?
Oh, no. Yeah, no, she wouldn't, because... because the whole reason... Like, because the fucking Cherub home universe is Earthsea, and if the game isn't played, Earthsea doesn't exist.
No.
Check out this choice as view I'm peeping right now as a preview. Thinking of you. Talk to you later.
It's time to get comfy on this rock. You may end up here for a while, since Roxy's not quite ready to get zapped anywhere else. Which, when you consider it, it's fine. There is a difference, you think, between inaction and patience. There are small, weighty changes made in stillness. You, worried you choose too much, and Roxy, afraid she was robbed of choice from the start, meet in the middle. She pockets the phone and grins at you. You lean back on your elbows and tilt your head up toward the sky.
Aww.
Chillin'. Okay, I need to use the restroom, so I will be right back before we get to the final volume.
Ooh.
2. Dirk and Afterwards are different.
Oh, are they?
Kind of. I think Afterwards is like a quick epilogue where you have to make a bunch of decisions.
Got it.
Ah.
Okay,
But yeah.
well, I will be right back.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Just double check. We got it. Yep. Also, I just noticed something. Oh, wait. That's only me and you, chat. I just noticed something that I'm going to bring up when they get back. How was chat? Yes, I do consider Dirk to be worse than Vriska. Though I'm not sure. I think we're gonna meet young Dirk. Um and he's not gonna be that bad. But I have a feeling we're gonna meet future Dirk from Homestuck 2, who is very much the villain of the whole thing. And causes no end of pain and torment for a lot of people. Um I think we're gonna meet Dirk before he does all the terrible things. Yeah, it's Vriska has a very fucked up version of herself in her head, and it reminds me of some parents I've met.
Hey yo, I'm back.
Yay! Actually, I'm going to split the recording again here so that the finale can be its own separate vid. I'm going to wait 10 seconds for me to say that, and then I'm going to split it, and I'll be sure to send you the VOD so you can see how this thing ends, Gwendolyn. I hope you have a great night, and that you get some good sleep. A good sleep.